All right, guys, how's it going? So in this video, we're going to be talking about Xabi Alonso and Bayern Munich. Now, yes, we've spoke about Xabi Alonso and Bayern Munich multiple times already, but every day at the moment, there are new claims, new questions, new things to address. So we're only discussing what's in the news, right? Now, I keep seeing more and more over the last 48 hours, the suggestions that Bayern Munich, are leading the race to capture Xabi Alonso. And maybe that's true, but I don't think it is. I don't, guys. You're not hearing anything from credible Liverpool FC journalists, i.e. Ornstein, Joyce, regarding what Liverpool are doing at the moment, but you're hearing every fucking thing to do with what Bayern Munich are apparently doing. Fabrizio Romano, but take your earphones out. Mo Salah! Him, right? Yeah, he keeps chiming in with the odd thing to do with Liverpool Football Club, but he's not a specific, he's not dedicated to Liverpool Football Club like the two other gentlemen who I consider to be credible. The rest I put into, into a category which I call the LFC clique, where they all seem to agree with each other. For whatever reasons that may be, or for their particular style of journalism, I'll let you form your own opinions. But for me, it's Ornstein and Joyce. That's it. And I pay attention to Fabrizio Romano, absolutely. But none of these, credible journalists are saying anything about what Liverpool are doing. So we're hearing all this stuff about Bayern Munich, all right? Leading the race, they've made progress and all this. Now, if you want Alonso to be the next manager of Liverpool Football Club, you're maybe a bit squeaky bum, right? Oh, this doesn't sound good. But I would really, really, really urge caution. There have been contradictory claims in Germany between some of the so-called big gun journalists. The media over there is quite biased in the favour of Bayern Munich as well at times. A bit like the Spanish media when it comes to Real Madrid, for example. And you've got to remember that Bayer Leverkusen, are riding high in the Bundesliga, and they are the rivals of Bayern Munich. And I think this is an attempt by Bayern Munich and people associated to that football club to try and derail Bayer Leverkusen's title challenge, to undermine their entire situation. Because why on earth, if it was true that Bayern Munich were closing in on Xabi Alonso, if it was true, why would they want Liverpool to know or anybody else? It wouldn't make sense. Because when something's out there, it gives your rivals the opportunity to, kick into action too. So if it's true, if Liverpool were gullible and they thought this was really happening, they would be like, oh, we're going to have to do something now. It's now or never. So why would you do that? You want to keep it quiet, right? So for me, this is all to do with the Bundesliga and the rivalry between those clubs. And I can imagine the pressure that's being put on Xabi Alonso at the moment is, because of this, is quite high, because, there's going to be people, he's going to be going to work and his employers are going to be looking, thinking, is he being honest with us? And then there's going to be, people that are close to Alonso within a working capacity at that club, maybe on the, players, there might be certain players, maybe the captain or something, say, what's happening, Gaffer? No, I'm not talking to them, right? Can we just focus on the fucking game? I genuinely believe the entire frenzy about Alonso to Bayern being close and storming ahead of Liverpool is just bullshit, to be honest with you. Now, if he was appointed the manager of them, would that make me, be wrong now? No, I don't think so. I think that, something has happened behind the scenes, and then that, theoretically took place, that he agreed to go there. But it would still mean, I still think that regardless of what happens, that what you're seeing right now, especially on social media, is absolute nonsense. Because look at Liverpool Football Club. Whether you like the owners or not, we are doing our shit silently. No one's got a fucking clue, let's be honest. right? We have the rumours, we have speculation, and we get rumours and speculation and updates from people within the club at times, right? But categorically, no one can say, no one can give a Rafa fact, right? For sure. No one can give that, right? So Liverpool are doing what's right. They're acting professional, right? Do you like that? Professional. Liverpool are acting professional. No one's got a fucking clue what Liverpool Football Club are doing. None of the credible LFC journalists are passing anything on at the moment. And even the LFC clique haven't got a fucking clue. They're not speculating, and I think that's great. This is how Liverpool Football Club should work, like a ninja in the background. So Bayern Munich apparently are out there going, hey, look, we're closing in on Alonso. Meanwhile, what's Liverpool doing? Don't know what they're doing. Listen, right? Have faith in the process, and remember this, right? There are so many different permutations taking place, in my opinion, behind the scenes at the moment, that it could go any fucking way. Because, if Michael Edwards come back, maybe he doesn't fancy Alonso and he wants to go down the Amorim route, or somebody else, right? The sporting director situation, the chemistry between the sporting director and the manager is critical, right? I mean, Boy George, he didn't know what fucking day of the week it was, did he? You know what I mean? Like, any of us could have been a sporting director since last year, right? Do you know what I mean? Like, any of us could trigger a release clause. Someone said on here the other day, yeah, but he wanted Endo. No. Jurgen Klopp wanted Endo since he was born. We all know that, right? And Endo, hey, I told you he'd be a cult. I told you he'd be a cult hero this season. Like you, I was probably a bit like, what's this? What's going on here then? This is a bit like, gone from wanting Bellingham to think we're getting Bellingham to this kid, and he's actually turned out to be pretty good. And they're talking about extending his contract, which, as Brendan Rodgers would say, is fantastic. So don't let them. I was going to say, no, well, I'm not even going to say it. It could be taken the wrong way. Don't let those German journalists throw you off. I'm seeing comments on here on social media. Just to be clear, just in case you don't know, I monitor everything in real time around the world, right? These are not accounts that I follow, these 4 columns here, right? But I search keywords. So, like this one at the end is Jurgen Klopp, right? Anything to do, when anyone mentions Jurgen Klopp, or you can't see it, I'll move it around there. There we go, look, you can see Jurgen there, right? So this column here, anyone on X, Twitter, whatever, mentions Jurgen Klopp, it would come up there. But notice how it's not moving, right? That's because I have certain parameters on this. Because every time someone mentions Jurgen Klopp in the world, on there, it would just be moving all the time. But when you watch these screens here move, these columns move, it's because there's been a certain amount of interaction with each claim. It doesn't mean it's true. It can be the complete opposite. It's important for me. Some of these accounts I can see on the screen are known to me, but I would never pay attention to them in a million years. And so it's important to also see what the numpties are saying as well as the people. There we go. We've got a new thing here. I don't know what that is. I don't think it's relevant, but that's to do with the keyword Liverpool FC. LFC, Liverpool FC, admin Jurgen Klopp. And sometimes I change these around, or there's other columns slightly off the screen. The only reason I'm telling you that is just so you know, because you might see an account behind me and you might go, fuck, don't pay attention to them for, you know what I mean? You've got to watch the bullshit as well as the credible stuff. I don't know why I brought that up in conversation, but I guess I was going along the lines of, this is what I was going to say. I've seen people on here, actually my own Twitter account, right? I know I'm confusing you a little bit. I like to be very specific. I follow some Liverpool supporters, not many. I don't really engage much on social media to do with football because, I try to escape football a little bit. And why do I want to talk on fucking Twitter about football when I can talk to you guys on here or on the members website? And I find that social media is very toxic and childish. For example, if you were to go onto Facebook and follow Fabrizio Romano, Mo Salah, right? If you were to follow him and he puts an update on about any club, look at the comments. It's so childish. It's terrible. Honestly, it's just not for me. So on the accounts I do follow, I've seen some comments today, people getting angry towards FSG. If Alonso to Bayern Munich, I'm going to blame FSG and all that. If Alonso went to Bayern Munich, right, do you know how bothered I would be about that? Couldn't give a flying fuck, honestly, because it's not meant to be. Either he didn't want it or we didn't want it. We will be able to work it out, won't we, as to why that happened, if that's the case. I don't think it's fair to say, well, we should blame the owners then, because they will go with the appointment they think necessary. And it's a bigger picture as to who the sporting director is. Has Edwards come in a more superior position? Everyone's got to be on the same page. So no, if Alonso goes to Bayern Munich, all right, fine. I think there are other fantastic, candidates that are very capable and worthy. And whatever you do, it's a gamble anyway, whatever you do, right? So don't be worrying about that. Keep calm, all right? Keep calm, and we'll see what transpires. But again, I will end the video. The purpose or the reason for this video is to say I don't believe for 1 minute any of the hysteria, is that the right word, regarding the claims about Alonso and Bayern Munich. To suggest that he would speak to Bayern Munich secretly at the moment which would be really shitty to his club and to his supporters, I don't believe that for 1 minute. Okay, there could be third-party representatives or the agent speaking, that's the agent's job, right? But I'm not having it. I just think there's too much, it's too coordinated. And, you're hearing all the noise about Bayern Munich and Alonso, but you're hearing fuck all to do with Liverpool. And usually when there's no news, it's good news, right? And I have complete faith and trust in the people that are making these decisions at Liverpool at the moment, which, bear in mind, from transparency, I am a fan of the owners. So for me to be saying that, I could be like going, oh yeah, they're letting us down and all that. No, I don't believe that. Everyone that I've spoke to, that I pay attention to, that are my friends, they're all chilled, right? So, okay, if someone's appointed manager and we're all like, WTF, then yeah, we'll start the virtual coshing then. But for the time being, I would advise you to be calm. Ignore the fucking heavily dominated German media that is biased and helping Bayern Munich, and just realise that this is just Bayern Munich, in my opinion, even if it's not their club officials, but people that are in love with Bayern Munich, journalists that maybe support Bayern Munich, just like sticking the knife in, hoping that Alonso's going to fuck up and ridicule the situation. That's what I think, guys. So, on that note, I do have more videos for you to do with the managerial situation and the sporting director situation. I think we've got a bit of transfer stuff that I might touch on as well. If you appreciate the video, doesn't mean you agree with me, please give me a thumbs up, because apparently that's what all the, hey kids, what's up, give me a thumbs up, and ping, subscribe. I can't do all them fancy graphics on the screen. I don't know what I'm fucking doing. I ain't got a clue. But just thumbs up anyway. You know what I mean? Just thumbs up. I was going to crack a joke about thumbs up and what I was getting up to in England last week, but I better not go there. Thumbs up, leave me a comment. Very important, your comments. Your opinion is so fucking important to me. It really is. I read every single comment that you post, and you will see the acknowledgement. You will see me acknowledge your post. I can't reply to every post, it would be impossible. But I like to see what you guys have got to say. Don't you ever think that no one's interested in what your views are. You'll be surprised at the people that read the comments, and you know what I mean? So please do take the time to leave a comment if you have time. And if you want to get me a coffee or a beer or a vodka, an absolute vodka would be nice actually, then please hit that super. See, I'm daydreaming into the vodka at the weekend. I think it's a super thanks button or something. It's a love out under the video or something. Do that. I think we'll be. I'm hoping to do Saturday night streaming on here at Saturday, but I get a feeling my friends will want me to put an appearance in the afternoon. So we'll see. We will see. Please read the video description, because you'll see a list of people that have bought me a coffee, the Muslims, or a beer, the Alcos. They're all in the video description, and also there's I've got a newsletter in there, my social media accounts. There's the members website, which I think is the best place in the world personally. But I would say that, I guess. But yeah, just different ways that you can support, get involved. You know, if you're a die-hard, mature Liverpool supporter, you know what I mean. If the club means everything to you, you know, connect. Let's, you know, we've got a good community here, some really good fucking people. And don't forget the chat room, t.me/Cop Talk Chat. Right, I've got another video for you to do with the managerial situation and candidates. All right, guys, I'll get on with it straight away. All right, DKB.